Welcome to the hardware review of the Steam Deck Refurbished in the 512GB variant and a small hardware modification, with which we can get a little better hold of the heat development and play longer. And of course you can find all links to the parts used in the video description. And the mandatory note, you are of course dealing with your own risk, where we only change the backplate and do not intervene in the hardware. The Steam Deck is available from Valve in a certified refurbished variant with the 64GB, 256GB and 512GB variants. The price ranges from $319 to $519, respectively €339 to €539. The packaging as well as the accessories are clearly marked as refurbished, whereby we could not detect any signs of use, i.e., not even tiny scratches. In addition, Valve gives the same guarantee, i.e. no difference to a retail version. In general, we were very surprised by the quality, as we always had the feeling of holding a new device in our hands. And after removing the packaging, the Steam Deck is once again faded, and after unpacking we have not been able to detect any signs of use except for a few dust grains. Also in the packaging, in addition to the hard shell case, there is a dust cloth, which we first used to show what the Steam Deck looks like up close. And as mentioned, we could not detect any signs of use, no fingerprints, no small scratches or any other indication that this Steam Deck was once in use. A lot of work was done here when reassembling. In the left area we find a touchpad, a Steam key and a menu key above, in addition to a stick and a control cross. On the right side analog, whereby we switch the control cross against 4 function keys. On the back right we find the R4 and R5 keys next to 2 shoulder keys, and on the back left again 2 shoulder keys and the L4 and L5 keys. The top is equipped with an on-off switch, a USB-C cable, the fan, and a 3.5mm connection, as well as the loud and quiet button. At the bottom, we have an SD card slot for microSD cards. For a first run we connect the supplied USB-C charging cable and press the on-off switch. Then the installation is verified and we get relatively quickly into a Steam menu. After the language selection, we first need a WLAN to download our data. Alternatively, you can also work via a docking station with a corresponding LAN connection. With a device with the Steam Deck itself, you come into contact with the touch screen for the first time, which makes a good impression and provides haptic feedback. As soon as an online connection has been established, you can sign up in Steam and download your user data and have direct access to your game library. But let's focus on the change of the backplate, because the standard backplate is, as we can see when it comes to temperatures, not exactly optimal. And for a longer use, especially at summer temperatures, a good heat dissipation is necessary. And according to the recommendation, we got a G-SOX transparent backplate for just under €20 via Amazon. This is available in several colors, although we opted for the transparent, i.e. white version. The scope of delivery can be seen, because a relatively high-quality tool, various screws, instructions and even anti-static gloves are included. In addition, the split dimensions and the fitting were optimal, so that we did not have any small cracks or the like. An absolute advantage is the aluminum plate with a heat dissipation pad in the rear area, whereby we have to remove the protective film before installation, because otherwise a heat dissipation may occur quickly. Otherwise, we find different buttons in the package content, which we will look at later. These have different pressure points and a different depth, whereby we have left the standard buttons. Otherwise, you will find all the screws and all the tools you need for a change of the backplate. For the installation, we recommend that you put the Steam Deck in the original shell, as it is optimally secured there and cannot slip. Subsequently, we only have to remove 8 small screws with the included tool. We replace these original screws with the ones included in the package. And here again the note that you are dealing with your own risk. However, removing the backplate did not give any warranty excuses in some cases. After removing the screws, you can use the included plastic tool to remove the backplate through the split dimensions. Carefully and slowly, it is clipped. And here's another note. If you want to increase the available storage capacity of your Steam Deck, this is the same step. Here you then have the option of installing 1 or 2 terabytes. The fitting dimensions of the alternative backplates are optimal. And we can see the big difference on the back. Because as standard, only a thin film is attached here. However, we have an aluminum cooler with a thermal pad. Our tip is to make sure that the thermal pad stays in place when removing the slightly thicker protective film. Finally, we press the backplate on the right place and can attach the individual clips by simply pressing them together. And with that, the conversion is almost complete. Subsequently, we only have to put the included screws in the right place. However, there are 2 packages with an impression of which screws are for which holes. So you will not accidentally screw a wrong screw into a wrong hole. The label is exemplary here. And we can see exactly that we have 4 outer screws and 4 inner screws, which we all screw in with the included tool. And as mentioned, the splitting dimensions are optimal. And we also don't have any disturbing edges or sharp surfaces. Only a possible discoloration will show the time. And optionally, of course, you can still use the alternative buttons. Here they have a different thickness and a different pressure point. Here are extra screws stored. And if you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. See you soon!